Okay, so we are calculating an. We want to find an value. Okay, so we reach at this step where we substitute the ft and also we separated the integral limits. Alright, so now for an you have to calculate 1 over 2 and then multiplication of this integral plus this integral. So basically you have two blocks to calculate the first integral and the other integral. Here you have to find the answer. You have to calculate each one of them. Okay, let's say I label this as a and b. Okay, so to use your calculator, okay, make sure you mode in radian. Okay, since we are dealing with cos, here is this trigonometric function, so you have to put the mode in radian in your calculator. Okay, so for now we want to find if we replace n equal to 1. So your integral will be like this. What you need to write in your calculator, x cos pi x square dx. Okay, you should type in your calculator like that. Okay, remember the button of x. Okay, the button of x, take the one that below the on button. Okay, that is the x button that you should put. After you press equal sign, okay, the calculator will give you this answer, right? And you have in decimal point answer. Okay, so we always prefer the answer in fraction. Okay, let's change this into fraction by pressing the button of S to D, but it doesn't appear anything. So means that this value cannot be represented as fraction. So what we can do here, why we have long decimal points? Okay, the reason is that in theory, if you integrate cos, okay, if you integrate cos, you will get sine n pi over 2, right? And then you have to, and then the coefficient is 2 over n pi. Means that you have a function 1 over pi outside of the function, outside of the answer. Okay, so let's find this. Let's try to put in the answer of this one, 1 over pi. Let's say we want to find y, and this is the answer what we have on your calculator. And then means that if you want to find y, your answer and decimal should be multiplied by pi. So press multiply and then pi. You still get decimal points, and we don't want this form. You get this, right? If you put 1 over pi square, why we choose pi square this time? Because in integration by parts, if you do this manually, if you calculate this, if you integrate cos, you will get n pi, you will get 1 over n pi sine n pi, right? And if you integrate again, you will get negative cos, okay, and the coefficient is 1 over n square pi square. That is why we try to represent the answer like this. Okay, so if we want this form, so means that your y, okay, should be this value times pi square. Okay, try go back to your equation. You can press the arrow up button and try to calculate again, and then try to multiply by pi square. Yeah, you get a solid number which is minus 8. Okay, so we want to represent this answer as minus 8 pi square here. If you calculate again, if you put this manually, negative 8 over pi square, you will get the same answer as is negative 0.8105 blah blah blah. Okay, so we want to write in this form. Yeah. Okay, so means that for A column, the answer should be multiplied by pi square, and your answer here should have this form, 1 over pi square. Okay, so if we delete this, so I want to delete the scratch, and we just put in our last value, which is negative 8 over pi square. Okay, or you can write like this first, where we put 1 over pi square and then negative 8 is obtained from the calculator. So this is negative 8 over pi square. So that is the answer we want. Okay, so when we proceed with n equal to 2, you just put in your calculator this value, right, where we put n equal to 2. You don't have to retype again, right, in your calculator. You just press the arrow up that's showing up direction, and then you just need to edit. Bring the cursor to the point that you want to edit. You want to put 2 right here, so you just bring the cursor here and put number 2, right? And then we know the answer will multiply by pi square. So means that you just get ready, you have this coefficient in front, and this bracket, you just need to write what in the calculator. So in the calculator, you just need to put multiply pi square in the calculation. You just need to write, okay? You can put that in front, pi square, okay? You can put multiply pi square at the back, or you can put here pi square, right? So now press equal button. You will get 0. So this is 0. And 3, similarly, you will have this in your calculator display. You just need to edit to have 3. So bring the cursor to the point that you want and delete and update to 3. Okay. So here you will get 1 over pi square is our indicator. So in the bracket is what you have in the calculator. So it will give you negative 8 over 9. So means that negative 8 over 9 pi square. Okay, it's like that. So we have to continue until 5. Okay, we always find the pattern for n equal to 5. So for 4, you can repeat the same thing. You will get 0. And for if n equal to 5, okay, you will get negative 8 over 25. So this is what you have, right? You can verify this. You have to show this, okay? So we have find the value of A. Next column, we want to calculate B, okay? Similarly, in your calculator, put this value and then you iterate the value of n. So each time you can update the value of n, okay? And then when you press your calculator, you will get this answer, 0. And then if n equal to 2, you will get a small number like this, 1.41 times 10 power of negative 11. So if you expand this is just a very small number, 0.000012 times, and then you find 1 for 1. Okay, means that the number is very small, we can regard this as 0 as well, right? So next, if you put a 3, you get 0, 40, 50. So in the end, the B value all are 0, right? Okay, now we want to calculate AN, the thing that we want, which is 1/2 A plus B. So we need to perform the calculation for each row. So you just need to calculate this. Since B is 0, so you just need to divide A by 2, right? So you can just find this answer. And then for second row, 0. Third row, you get this. So this is your AN, right? After you find your AN, you need to see the pattern, right? Okay. So let's draw a separator here so we get a clear view what happened for each N. Okay. So now we will focus on this column AN. That is what we want. Okay. So it is obvious that we have some zeros here, and 0 represent N2 and 4. So you can conclude that AN equal to 0 if N is even, right? N is even, you get 0. And then you have another conclusion for odd number. Okay, odd number, how it is. So look at odd number 1, 3, 5. All odd number have this value, all have negative. So we can collect this as negative. All odd values has 4. So we get 4 here. And all odd values have pi square on the numerator part. But the difference only appear here. Nine, 25, okay? And then since there is no value, means that this is 1, right? So how to make a formula? So let's relate. If 1, you get 1. If 3, you get 9. If 5, you get 25. So that is the square of N, right? So you can write that is N squared. So this is your answer if N is odd. Okay, so that is your AN. So we'll continue to find the N in the next video.